Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dundon here creating this new video about my predictions for tomorrow's matches. Now, today actually went pretty well. I did go 7 for 8. The one that I did not get right was the first match of the day, actually. The North versus, was it Gambit? Yeah, North versus Gambit. I thought North would actually have a better showing than they did, but North did lose that game. So I went 7 for 8, and I did make about $45 profit today. I did withdraw an M9 bayonet, so it's very good. So I will be still going and still betting on these next matches for tomorrow. So I'm going to get into the predictions for tomorrow's matches. So the first match, we do have Mouse Sports versus Hellraisers. I actually think this one's pretty easy to call. I did check on Csgo, Csgo Fast, and I did see that the odds were like 70-30 for Hellraisers. And my personal odds to this game is actually a 60-40 for Mouse Sports. I actually already put like $20 on Mouse Sports. I do think it will be a fairly easy match for them. I'm surprised that the odds are how they are. Maybe it's just because of, Angel. Maybe people think that he'll perform for Hellraisers, but I actually do think it's a fairly easy match for Mouse Sports. So my prediction would be 60-40 for Mouse Sports, and I do already have $20 on this game. Next match, we do have the Navi Envious game. I'd say about 60-40 for Navi, maybe even 70-30 for Navi. This should be fairly easy Navi. I will be going high on them, probably about $30 on them. I do think that it is a very easy match for them. So, Guardian and Simple should be able to show up. I actually do think Navi probably will win this major, or at least come, second or third, at least make it to finals. But I do think it's a fairly easy match for Navi. The next match here, we do have FaZe versus SK. This one's actually a pretty close game. This is about a 55-45 for SK. And the reason that I'm saying that is because SK now have Fox instead of FNX. So he's kind of a stand-in player. He's not, he is a good player, but he does not speak Brazilian. He is actually from Portugal. So it is a fairly iffy game. Now, if FNX would have been in, if they would have had their old roster, then I think this would have been around a 60-40 or 65-35 game. But I do think it is around a 55-45 game. Depending on the odds on CSGO Fast, I might skip this or I might go low SK. Or it's a really hard one to call, but my edge would go to SK Gaming. Next game, we do have Liquid versus Flipside. I'd say this is around a 65-35 for Liquid. I do think Liquid should be able to win this game, especially since they had that performance today. They actually did play very well. They almost did pull an upset out. Now they did lose, but it wasn't, I think, the third overtime. So it did go very far. And I do think that they have a lot more firepower than Flipside. So I think it should be around a fairly easy game for Liquid. Next game, we do have Fnatic versus North. Now this is a fairly interesting game. Fnatic do come off that loss from G2 today. Fnatic should be able to win this game. Now their roster has been struggling. And there is some rumors that the roster is going to be switching, maybe going back to the old Fnatic and taking the players back from Godsent, JW and them. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to go in Fnatic's way, even though they are, a bit down and they probably should have won the game against G2 today. I do think that they will still beat North, unless Magic's Boy pulls out an amazing performance or config or either of those two. Unless they pull out, an out-of-this-world performance, I do think Fnatic should be able to win this one. My odds would be a 65-35 for Fnatic. Our next game that we have here is Optic versus Astralis. This is actually a very interesting game because the Godsent did upset Astralis today. I did predict that one, but Astralis, they did not perform well at all. I think it was 16-3 or 16-4 game. They did lose fairly badly to Godsent, which came as a bit of a surprise. I was expecting it to be a bit closer. And then we do have Optic here, which actually did not perform too badly. They did almost beat VP today. So this is a very close game. Unless Astralis picks up their game from today, unless, Device into pre-perform, I could see Optic actually upsetting this one again and leaving Astralis as 0-2. Optic, they did perform very well today, so I'd give them the edge, maybe a 55-45 game, but this is a very close game, high risk. depending on the odds, I might go like a low Astralis, low Optic, maybe like $5, something like that. Nothing too risky because this game is just a full risk game. Our next game, we do have Godsent versus Gambit. Now, I did not think Gambit would play as well as they did today. Now, they were not playing like a tier 1 team or anything. So I actually do give the edge to Godsent. I do think Godsent should be able to win this one. For that reason, I will be going high Godsent, probably around $20 plus on them. I don't think Gambit can beat them. I can't see Gambit going 2-0 in this tournament. I actually had them losing every game in the tournament, but they did surprise me. So I do have Godsent winning this, probably around a 65-35 game. And the final game for the day, I'm actually very excited about. It's VP versus G2. I actually do like when these two teams play each other. They're both going 1-0 off a very good win for both of them. Again, my edge is going to go in G2's way just because RPK did show quite a good performance today, and that was not expected at all. When you hear G2, you think of Scream, you think of Shocks, but actually RPK did bring out a very good performance today. So I give the edge to G2, but it's not that high of an edge. Maybe 60-40 would be what I'd say. Just because G2 is my favorite team, I will be going probably around $10 to $15 on them because the odds are probably going to be about a 50-50. VP is expected to win this tournament, but I think G2 can upset them today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can do as well as I did today. Maybe I can get all 8 right. You never know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you later.